Hi there, Nigel Saunders here. We're starting week 2 of tearing down the greenhouse. Yesterday we got the first heater down right here, and today I'll be working on getting this heater down. Okay, so this is the right side heater in the greenhouse, and it's a little different arrangement. At the end here, this cross beam, there's some bolts that hold these channels in place, and there's a little square piece underneath that locks it in place. And I'm hoping this ductwork comes out when I release the furnace and kind of slide it this direction. So double nuts up top here, and the same kind of arrangement down here, just the square nuts on the bottom. Okay, a little farther to go. Almost down. Okay.
How are you doing?
I'm good. You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I just was worried about my arm, but
Okay.
okay.
So now we gotta look through
So
the
I
rest of the way.
think I can hold it here.
Yeah, okay. I got this one. I think I'm lifting the whole thing myself here. It's not that heavy. Of course the cord's caught on the scaffold.
That's why you cut these things.
Fighting me. Step out of the way. There. Okay. That wasn't so bad. Yeah, maybe. There. That's it. No, actually, we gotta go a little further. Can you go a little further? There. That's good.
Can you take a shot at the front with my numbers on it?
Yeah. One is the side. 2 is the one above the door.
This is going to be 3. It's already off.
3 is the rectangular, small rectangular panel.
So 4, 5, 6 will be
4,
left to right.
5, and which one's 6? That's all one, isn't it?
It's cut down there. I'm pretty sure. I
Okay.
see, yeah. And then
7,
7, 8, 9, 10,
8,
11 to bottom.
9. Where's 10?
10.
10 over here,
Yeah.
and 11 down at the bottom. There is a join right here too on panel 2. So Laura might put 1A and like 2 here or something. All right. So the on the outside of the door, there's these clips that hold the plastic to double plastic the front garage door in to seal it up tight for the winter. And then there's clips that run along the roof peak up here that hold the plastic down. All right, Laura, I think we're ready to unwind the springs up here.
Okay.
With this one? Oh, it's a little far away, isn't it?
one
Let's start
here.
with this one. So we're going to unwind this spring now. So we got to stick the bars in here. Actually, yeah, the bolt's on this side.
Yes.
Yeah, there.
Yeah.
We don't have to do the ones on the pulley. Okay, so yeah, you are going to have to hang on to this.
Okay.
While I unloosen the screws. And I have my rod to take over one. I think it's going to go down, is it? Yeah. You okay? You
Yep,
got
everything
got
about
a good bolt.
Yeah. Everything about this job is scary.
It is. It's not the dealing with any spring-loaded mechanism is kind of a little.
Do you want me to let it down a little bit, or you
no.
loosen a bit more?
I gotta get my wrench in there. Okay, I'm gonna get. So it's going down, is it?
It is. So we're gonna let it down. Okay, I'm gonna pull mine out.
Sure. Sorry.
We're gonna do this again. Okay, keep going down. And, okay.
Just make sure your thing's in there well.
Yep.
So the spring's unwinding nicely. We keep going till the tension loosens off, and then we just let it spin for the rest of the time, or rest of the way. Okay, we're gonna let it go.
Oh, I can't. It's stuck on my threads, and probably your bar would be better.
Okay. All right, here it goes. That wasn't bad. Okay, so the tension's off the spring. Now we got to do the spring on the other side.
Wait. Okay. More?
I think so, a little more. Okay, that's pretty good.
Are we close enough? Hey, that's our hammer.
Yeah, I love the brush.
What's that?
That's good. I have to go through the X here. I'm an X-Man. X-Man. Adam Gibb just finished a video, and he was in, or was in BC, and he had it was a 6-hour hike to get to it from the place. Imagine with your backpack and gear on, 6 hours. Oh my goodness. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
It's going free now. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so
what's next?
I can take all this down. I take the center bolts off, and then these ones, and the whole thing comes down. All the insects are waking up, Laura.
What?
All the insects are waking up.
Brody.
I got this wasp crawling out here. All kinds of bugs and flies and
Until platform.
okay.
Wow. Oh gosh. Okay. Let's not do that again.
Are you okay with it?
I think so.
2 hands on it, I think. You okay? You can get on this end. And I'll get that end.
Okay. All right. I'm coming.
So you can do this from the ground.
Get ready.
all the way down, I can walk it off here, yeah. I'll just set it here. You can set your end down if you can. Beautiful. One more step.
Okay, am I grabbing this end? Now,
Sure.
I don't know if we'll have room for,
Just set it down beside the wagon. I don't think he wants all this weight on it. Then hanging from the arch up here, we've got this vertical piece. And there's one behind me here too, closer to the wall. So hanging down on that, there's the track actually bolts to it. And there's this sideways strut here that is also bolted. There's a shot of the other side. Yeah. So it's a little different than the other side, I think. So I'm trying to determine where to unbolt it from. If I do it up top here, I'd have to take the entire structure down as one piece. I don't want to do that. So I think I'm going to try just taking this angle iron off the back and then the track off, leaving these things hanging for now. Yeah, definitely do that. And unbolt that connection down there. Okay, that's my plan. So Laura's getting down the plywood panels now. There's one. You got that down, Laura? I did. Lots of progress. Everything's cleared out above. The panels are starting to come down. On the other end, whoosh, down here, all the heavy stuff is down now. The heaters, the overhead shaft with the springs on it for the garage door. I'm taking down the upper tracks now, and then we can remove the garage door panels one section at a time. They're fairly heavy because they're glass, but yeah, at least they're easy to lift. Yeah, so still lots of structure up there to take down. All the supports for the garage doors, but coming along well. Not a bad first day of week 2. One thing I noticed was that the rear garage door here has 2 tracks. So the top roller goes in the upper track, and I imagine all the others follow in the lower track down here. So it's got a double track all the way out. The front door only has a single track for all the rollers, so it's quite a different design. So it's very close to the end of the day, the first day of the second week. We've made lots of progress. You can see the end walls down.
This
So
is
we're
really
going to push
hard.
it out on the inside or the outside? Outside.
It has to be pushed outside. That ladder's probably in your way, but make sure you stomp down the grass. It's very sticky. Sticky seeds.
It's the Friday of the second week of tearing down the greenhouse, and I'm here to give you a progress report of all the work done so far. Laura's been busy removing the end wall. She's got most of it down now. Just a few of the bits around the doorway there, the framing, and that'll basically be done. Yesterday I was working on the last section of the trusses, taking that down. So there was over here I took down another 2 trusses. You can see the arch, and now I'm working on taking down the garage door. It's Sunday now, week 2 of tearing down the greenhouse. I spent today moving all the stuff from the greenhouse to our house, anything that would fit in the back of the station wagon here. This is the area in the backyard that we cleared to put all the components of the greenhouse. It's all sitting on skids. So this is everything we moved today, which is quite a bit. It's quite heavy, all this stuff. So we've got the 2 garage doors at the back there. We've got all the tracks for the garage doors across here. And we've left this space open for the arches of the greenhouse. There's the springs that hold the garage doors up. They were really, really heavy. So all this stuff got transported in the back of the station wagon. Everything else will either have to go on roof racks or maybe in a truck or a trailer or something. We bought a tarp to put over top of all this stuff to keep it out of the rain for the winter.
Careful not to pull it too hard. Want to pull it towards you a little bit more?
To be able to fit the tarp over everything, I'll have to remove this dogwood bush here. It's just in the way. So that area is cleared out now. There's room for more skids if I have to put them in here. Yeah, so lots more room if we need it. My outdoor bonsai are getting some fall colors. There's the American elm. The leaves are almost gone. The willow. The cedars are starting to lose their bright green color and kind of go the olive drab color. The maples are getting some nice colors on them. Yeah. The ginkgo down there is starting to turn a yellowy color. The larches are looking good. They're going from a green color to a nice kind of light greenish yellow color. Yeah, I like those. Here's the Larch Forest. Some of the trees are a little further along in the fall colors than others, like this one back here. It's been really cold and rainy. Really good for the moss. You can see the moss on the Larch Forest. It's just beautiful and lush. Looks like velvet. Yeah, good conditions for growing moss. Still nice and green inside Laura's greenhouse. Everything's looking pretty good in there. I was just out getting the tripod from the car, and you can see at the sidewalk up plenty all the moss that grows in the cracks down here, and it just goes on. Yeah, so plenty of moss along this sidewalk. It's Sunday night now, the end of week 2 of taking apart the greenhouse. I'll give you an update of all the progress we've done in week 2. In week 2, I got a lot of this back wall down. Still a bit of structure to take down, but not too much more. I got every other section is taken down now. So the back one here. Laura has been working on the knee wall, taking out all the insulation panels. So you can see there's steel posts into the ground and also wooden ones. So those will all have to be pulled up. There's just a sheet of aluminum siding on the outside of the knee wall now that we'll have to take off. We've got all the trusses that we have removed so far on the top of the trailer. They don't fit in the car, so we'll either have to get them home somehow. Maybe with this trailer, I don't know. So the next step, I think, we've still got to take off the foam panels along the side of this knee wall on the other side. They're just held in with screws down here. You can see the little discs, the large washers and a screw in the middle. Some of them are foamed in, but we just cut them out, save them, and we'll reuse those. So we'll be very close, maybe even tomorrow, where we'll remove the plastic covering on the greenhouse. It's kind of nice because, you know, you can work in here and it's you don't get wet from the rain. It's raining right now. But I think we've done almost all we can do inside. Once we get the plastic down, we can start taking all the other trusses down. And yeah, not much more to do, you know, other than pulling the knee wall out. So yeah, everything that could fit in the station wagon has been put in the station wagon. We're just going to load the front door in now. So I think Laura's waiting for me to give her a hand. So let's get this loaded. Okay, so here we go.
You want to grab it?
Quite easy different.
Let's have your side up and my
Yeah,
side.
your side up. That's okay. Just close the hatch on it. That's all for week 2 of tearing down the greenhouse. I'm Nigel Saunders. Thanks for joining me in the Bonsai Zone.